Hello and welcome back to Hearthstone. Today we're going with the priest. We'll go over some basic tips, strategies, and techniques to help get some wins in the game. Of course, the quickest path to victory typically is trying to rush your opponents down, and I just don't find that to be very enjoyable. So we'll always look at alternate techniques to make, I would say, a better build of a deck. And we're going against Solon, the mage, who will start the turn off with a couple of taunters. Yes, we will do it this way. As a priest, my favorite thing to do is get characters with a lot of health in here because of this card right here. It's I think it's a little bit overpowered, but this is what he does. That's what the priest does. Light Warden's a very scary card. You can buff up real quick because whoever is healed, you'll be gaining 2 to attack. So if this isn't taken out immediately, and if I were to have more than one person to heal up at a time, so look at that right there, there's 3. This looks like a play I'm gonna go with. Get our first damage on the board, and we're rolling with 8 on the board already. One of the favorite things I like about the priest is that it also encourages being a patient deck by having the heal ability, being able to buff up your characters. 4, 3. Now I'm going to use my power here to heal up the mage, which is going to add 2 to her health. Not an issue though, because we got it right back with 5 here. I haven't seen much out of the mage yet. She must have some large cards up here waiting to be used. Let's see, what's the best move? I have no spells to be used. I won't be able to attack here with this one though. It's like a smoking gun having a 7-2 out here against a mage that has lots of spells that can take out 2 damage no problem. Oh, well that's not the worst trade in the world. Polymorphs have been played out. And there hasn't been a whole lot of resistance aside from taking my bigger attackers and turn them into 1/1s. Now, one of the things I kind of struggle with a priest is card drawing, getting extra cards in. That'd be the purpose of this card here, and being able to use this card effectively. In fact, as long as this card's on the board here, you're not going to see any of these creatures with more than 1 health being hit by the fireballs. And when she does finally play a minion, I'll be able to capitalize. I could potentially draw a lot of cards depending on what I'm going against on the board, but that's the first creature I've seen out. The 4's going to me? That's surprising. Ah, and everyone's frozen now. Well, our choices now are, yeah, I like this play. Gets a 3/5 up on the board. It enables me to remove the creature The reason being is that I'm sure that we're in Flamestrike City limits right now. I didn't want it to have 5. This will only be 4 then. Get a free card. Thank you. Our biggest advantage at this point, of course, of being up by this many points, is also having the card advantage, which can be quite a powerful thing. So we got 6 here. 2 more spent here. Wham! So what could a mage do at this point to slow me down? Or a fireball would take out 1. A second fireball would take out both cards. That would do it. No fireballs. I'll take it. Man, we're quite a streak. That's if I remember right, I think in the last 3 series we've done, I don't think I've lost since the first series. Knock on wood. Do I have real wood around? Yes, I do. Here we go again. So, tips and tricks with the mage. You want to be able to have creatures in your deck that you can keep on the field, and that's typically done by having more than 2 or 3 health. Being able to heal up your minions is probably the best hero ability that's available for you as a priest. In addition to that, the card that buffs up health and then equals the attack compared to the health, it's a fun way to play this deck. And right away we have the same. Oh, this never happens where I get to start with these cards over and over. I don't mind having this either, so we'll just roll with what was given to us and we'll truck on here. That was strong 2 play, a strong 4 play, and I have no problems using my inner fire in my third turn. Going against a paladin, we're probably going to see more of an army coming at us, which will be good for our healers that draw cards. Look at that, my second one comes out already. Let's see what you do now. Let's see if you know why I'm putting an 0-5 out. Gosh, it's remarkable to get good starting cards in back-to-back games. Good play, but I get the point back anyway. So with 3, here we go. Start taking them out. You know, the reason that you would want to take out the shield is because there's no point in not doing that, I suppose. There's the night card that comes out. I can't think of what it's called at the moment. I don't have the card, but I've been able to use it during arenas. Is it a Blood Knight? Well, I'm glad that's not it. But basically it comes out and it takes any card that with these shields on it and gains +3/+3, and it's a very good card to start the game out with. Oh, look at this. Look how this sets up. Do I want to bring the damage straight to him or start working up on his guys? Let's take the 3/3 out. And to do that, we're going to go like this. Grab a couple of his cards. Oh, look at this. I'm going to be a true silver champion wielding priest. Oh, that's nice. And then, bam. Get rid of his main threat. That leaves me with 2 health until next turn. And only 1 on the board for attacking. Not a bad use of a hammer there. We're going to counter with just enough damage to work on that 1/1. I think it's time to bust out our sword. How does that sound? Sounds fantastic. Bust out our sword. I like that plan. And with 2 to go, let's top off our big taunter, our big defender taunter. Another 4/4 comes out. That sounds good to me. I don't need to silence anything, so let's get this guy out. That leaves us with 3 to play. Be gone, you. Take that shield off. Heal up. Now ultimately what I want to see here is one of the cards here that's going to improve, double up his health. And that's going to be fantastic if that comes out next turn. And the odds of that happening, 1 in 10. Nice little card to have in your deck, if you're lucky enough to have it. Spell damage +1, and when it is removed, draw a card. Doesn't hurt at all. Four, 5. Okay, we are going to save our silence. I don't have another one in the deck, and there's no reason to burn a card I might need later, especially when I have one of these. Wham, wham, heal up, and now we can start coming out with offensive healing next. And it's really going to put Dark Panda's got to think about what to put down now, knowing that I can heal for 2 damage in addition to the 5, the 1, and the 3 that I have on the board. Perplexing, isn't it? I have one of these in my deck. I only like to use it if I have to, because I've played against many priests that have 2 of these cards, and oh man, it's a spirit breaker. We're not out for spirit breaking. Okay, what's the best thing to do here? We can have our 2 damage. Oh, here comes a shield on the 2. Okay. A second one of these. I still haven't found a good use of giving a minion +2 because I haven't assaulted our friend directly yet. I have the 1 damage here, and I think that's going to be a great play to take off the shield. Oh yeah, taunts. Okay. Taunts. Okay. Alright, I'm going to do it this way then. There's 1. Now we can take out this one. Two and 2, 3. That shield kind of messes things up a bit, so we're going to shift things up then. Go at him instead. And now we can get this guy out. I suppose if I was deciding to go for him, this would have been a good opportunity to use this, but still, in case something comes out with an 8/8, something along those lines, it's good to have a hidden boost for 2 additional attack for someone on the board. I don't think that's going to help you here, but that is awfully confusing, and the same has happened to me in the past where this has happened. I use this guy, which changes the enemy's minion's attack to 1, but this doesn't have an attack, its attack is always equal to the health, so I understand how that happened. Alright, so we're still dealing 2 here with this power. This syncs up well with the 3-3. We have the 5-5, and this can be boosted back up. So let's use it most efficiently here. We'll go like this. Get it back up on health. Oh, what was I thinking? My goodness. Oh, I didn't want to do that either. Oh well. Why didn't I want to do that? Well, because I'm not thinking things through. He's got a weapon with 4 attack to it. Well, even if I didn't take out his 1/1 with it, he's coming at me with the 4 anyway. With the 1, it still would have been enough to take this guy out. Now with the order of operations he's using now, he doesn't have an optimal play with his weapon. But he did use it correctly. So I got 3 damage. I can take his shield off. Tempted to use one of my only silence now, but I don't see as big of a benefit as taking the taunts for myself. Now if I didn't have a silence in my hand, I wouldn't have done that, because I need to have one of those as an insurance card for when something big, bad, and scary comes out. And as long as I have one in reserves, it makes me a little bit more free to want to use the other. Of course, I did say earlier that I didn't want to use that unless I had to. And this was not a definition of when I had to use it, but it was what I wanted to do. Okay, so we're going to heal him right back up, big time, for sure. I can use the shield against the 3. His health is stuck now to 1. I can't heal him up. I don't want him to be taken out by a 1/1, so that's the alternative. Oh, I did have the taunt. And I think it's time to go to the face. As we approach the end part of the game here. There goes the shield. And there goes my defender that I stole. On the board, 17 health. Gives a nice play for this. Alright, here's what we'll do then. I keep thinking that he's going to bless one of these guys up to a 5/5, and I just don't want that to happen. Now the Paladin does have a fantastic ability, and it's not too rare of a card set to put together by using this equality that you can see that I stole. Changes the health of all minions to 1. You double that up with a consecration, and you've wiped out anything on the other side of the board. That's a nice card to see. Let's think about this a little bit. How can I get... I don't want to use the attack though. I can't damage this, but this is just a great time to use this. Get rid of the opposition. Now like I mentioned in the last match we did, this goes up +2 for everyone that was healed, so that's 11 now. And that's 6. And that's a GG. I'll have to say, you guys have to be a little bit of luck. Typically struggle a little bit more before I'm able to pull off a couple of victories by especially when I think about who I'm going to be using in advance. Give you a quick rundown of the priest deck I have. I want to point out too that there are different websites out available to where everything has been broken down by numbers, and there's preset decks that have been put up where people can use to get the most effective without really knowing how the cards work. I'll never advise it, never practice it. What's the difference between a computer being programmed into how to do something well and a person going to a website and trying to program pre-fed data? It's not very human to me. So anyway, what we have set up here is I normally run with 2 of these. I have 1 at the moment. This is great to be paired up here with the Injured Blade Master, because if you have 5 or more mana ready to use, you can heal him right after the start and gain a card, and there's no way that your opponent's going to stop that, barring a secret. Inner Fires are just fantastic because you can take these little cards. I mean, how much does it cost to bring out my big 1/7? Where is he? 4 mana for a 1/7, and then so think of it this way: for 4 costs, you're getting a 1/7 out. You add 1 more to it, and that's a 7/7 for a cost of 5. How do you not go wrong with that? And then I have 2 of them, and then it also goes well with this. That card I've been playing out right away for 2, my Lightwell. That's a fantastic Bane. I'll turn that into a 5/5 at the beginning. I can heal and synergize with this. That's the beauty of all decks created, is just creating synergy, and then by exploring with your own cards and not going off any kind of preset stuff, you can come up with stuff that'll surprise people. At the top here, you saw most of the cards that came out. You didn't get to see my awesome priest. That's just an awesome card. This basic card, it's a 4/5 that restores 2 health from the characters. It's a rock solid card. For 5, it's a 4/5. It's got decent health. It's got great attack. It's useful for mid game, for when your creatures have been hurt or damaged. This will heal everyone up. I highly recommend looking at this card. The Azure Drake, a lot of good has been said about this already. Don't really need to add to it, but anytime you can draw a card and add spell damage and put a 4/4 out, which is fantastic going against priests, because priests can specialize. So in fact, almost everyone will have destroy the minions of 3, destroy the minions of 5 or more. So that makes 4 a golden number to go against priests. With that in mind, there's a 4 here, a 4 here. This is a 5 that increases the more. This is primarily used for people that rush me down, because I don't have a lot of offense at the beginning. In fact, I have this in my deck just because if I don't want to play a lot of cards at the beginning, or any cards, I don't have to. I can sit there and heal myself up just to stay in the game, and then once there's 4 on the board, bam, I can take 1 and then start playing what I want to play. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the priest. Let me know in the comments what kind of hero that you lean towards the most, and what it is that you like the most out of this game. I think we have 4 more heroes left to go. I'm not sure what we're going to be doing for next episode yet, but it'll definitely be one of the heroes we have not done. I really need to study up on my warrior. I've tried so much. I'll show you how much I've tried with the warrior. He's 31. And out of all these games, I've had under a dozen that I really thought that I played well in, and it was a good. Oh man, I need some help with the warrior. Well, anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.